we are, if as Xbox fans, and maybe you could be blinded by the emerald glow of Xbox, but I don't think so. I think, Umber used the term turning the page or turning the corner. And I think you're going to see more people give Xbox a chance, even if there's a shot that a particular game may or may not release on their preferred platform, meaning the Switch 2, PlayStation, and of course, it's always coming to PC. I think you're going to start to see a lot of people experience Xbox for the first time and be very surprised because we're at a crossroad. And Crispy, I'm going right back to you for what is expected in 2025. So again, I did in the beginning of the week had a show with Fuzzy Belvedere, and we specifically talked about, and this happened last week, regarding what could possibly be coming to Xbox first party or being released by Xbox first party in 2025. Now, is it likely that you get all 9 of these games? No, it is not. But we know that 6 of them have been already confirmed, leaving room for the other 3 and maybe others. Maybe it's not these particular 3. Maybe it's something else. But there's going to be more games. So for next year, Crispy, we know, and these are all Xbox Game Pass day and date. You got Avowed to open up the year in February. You got Doom: The Dark Ages, which is rumored to be coming out in potentially May or June. You got The Outer Worlds, which is probably going to bookend Obsidian for the year because they have Avowed releasing February. You have Call of Duty coming out, in October, November for sure. Fable, holiday of next year. South of Midnight, rumored to be coming in April. That's a possibility. The Oblivion Unreal Engine 5 remake could be dropping. That we're starting to hear that could be mid 2025. Then, of course, Clockwork Revolution it's gone radio silent, but they keep talking about it on their socials. That game looked really well done. When we first saw it a couple of years ago, I think that they are. It's a possibility. And of course, Gears of War E-Day. Is it likely that you get that this year? No. It makes sense for it to come out next year to celebrate the 20th anniversary. That makes sense. But hey, you never know, Crispy. But look, 2025 is already, from what we know, a stack deck, right? We're hearing rumors of a developers direct third week into the new year, right? We know that Jason Ronald will be at CES 2025 at the Lenovo event with the creator of the Steam Deck. What are they going to show? Are they going to show a handheld? Are they going to show the OS for the handheld? Who knows? Then, of course, there's the rumor that the big electronics show at the middle of the year, Xbox could show off their handheld. You got rumors already circulating that this year's June event is going to be even more bombastic than last year's, which I don't even understand how that's possible, but it's going to be apparently. And we haven't even gotten out of 2024. The expectations are really high. But what do you think 2025 is going to levy for Xbox fans?
Well, let's be honest. We've all sat there and waited for the year that Xbox dominates.
Yes.
And they've set us up. They have. They said, hey, we're going to release some games on PlayStation. We don't care. Now, yeah, that probably has. If that Activision deal didn't go through, yeah, it would be. I think a lot of people like myself would be a little more like, what? What do you mean? But now it's like, okay, like Black Ops 6 is like top 5 on PlayStation and all these other revenue streams that they have now. But that doesn't necessarily mean that every game is going to go there. And I think that FOMO is actually a good thing. And, why aren't people saying that Perfect Dark and Fable are going to PlayStation? You know what I mean? Like they keep bringing up Halo and Gears. Well, the only reason why I don't hate that is because you could bring legacy titles over to PlayStation and then give them a little taste. Hey, experience this for once, especially if you're an only PlayStation gamer, which I didn't realize how many there actually are until I saw that dude Eli get so much hate. You could have this, but the new iteration, the new title, no, it's not going there. Sorry. I think that will give a sense of FOMO. And I think it's really going to start with Doom. I really do. I think people are going to recognize, from what I've heard, Doom the Dark Ages is going to blow your socks off.
Indeed.
If you're a
yes.
Doom fan, you are absolutely, you're going to want to go all in on this game because visually, like you think Indiana looks good. I don't know. I've heard that Doom the Dark Ages looks way better, but that's id themselves. So
Yep.
they're going to
That's
save their
right
best for
you,
them.
brother.
So, and this is where I go and say, like, I looked at the Bethesda deal a little differently than everybody else. I said, are they buying just the studios and just the talent, or are they buying the technical prowess that is the Creation Engine 2 and id Tech? Because you could say what you want, but in their own realms, they are amazing at it. Okay. And they have created this out of nothing. And this is where, like you hear Halo's going to UE. I'd say I would go to id Tech for Halo.
So would I, sir.
You know what I mean? Like, and what if they pivot? What if they change it? I don't know. Most of that's been rumors. So, you look at it and you say they have like a plethora of just amazing talent that also can build engines now. And that includes, within Activision, they have a lot of people that have like built like entire like themes and everything else to like what they're capable of. That doesn't necessarily mean that they don't become part of the A team. Remember, Phil said A team. Okay. Like you take the best people and you go and fix games. Okay. What do you say about Redfall? We didn't bring the A team in. Remember that? I remember. But that's where I say, like, it's time to be agnostic and be like, hey, we are a part of the same group. We are a part of Microsoft. We are a part of Xbox. We need to support each other and make it great. And once they do that, and I think we're going to see it this year. And that's where I say, like, okay, anybody think Fable or Perfect Dark going there? South of Midnight. I haven't heard anything about going to PlayStation. There's, I mean, come on, stop motion. Like, who does stop motion anymore? And look how incredible South of Midnight looks. And like Little Nightmares, shit like that. They've used that. Excuse my language, but
yeah, sure.
You know what I mean? Like they've I've seen games use this type of media, and it's old school, but also it brings a different light, and I think that's why us Xbox gamers are like really looking to the future, because like you could list off 8-9 games that could possibly come out next year. I'd say there's going to be 4 or 5. You know what I mean? Like, like you could say Gears E-Day, and I'd be like, no, they're going to wait until the 20th anniversary. Yeah. Okay. And I subscribe for a reason, but now it's becoming to the point where like, can you okay, I want to see you get 4 major games out this year, even if Doom's a part of it, because I don't care if the PlayStation guys play the game. I don't care. It's just going to make them be like, oh, what else does Xbox have? Some of them would be like, no, this is a great game, but yeah, it's only great because it's on PlayStation. I don't want to fucking hear that.
Listen, Crispy, good stuff, brother. Again, 2025 for you, you're busy like me. Like we have like these monster lives outside of the podcast business, and it's we barely have time. But I honestly am very excited for you to start playing Indiana Jones, because that is a great way to kick off 2025. It is going to be a stacked year. Infinite Number, I want to bring you in, but I want to use this statement from Paris Lilly as a caveat to what your expectations are for 2025. So he did a tweet, and listen, I love Paris. I do. I think he's a great dude. Got a chance to meet him in person. He is who you thought he was.
He's a good
very
brother.
welcoming man. Big behemoth of a man. So if you get out of line, he will slap you down. I'm not going to front. But you know what? We sized up well together. So it's I'm not
ain't
worried
scared of you, Paris.
As you shouldn't be. But
streets.
Paris Lilly put out a tweet. I love this tweet because it's simplistic, but
you got to read it in
heaviness.
His voice. You got to read it in his voice.
Yeah, well, I don't think I can do his voice, so I'm going to do the Boom voice. But I am going to tell you what he said.
Yeah.
He put out a tweet. It says, games, services, devices. 2025 is the year of Xbox with, oh my God, the guy to play Ghost Rider, winking. Why can't I think of his name? Oh my goodness.
What were you saying? Like you say game services, and what else did he say?
Games, services, devices.
Game
2025 is the year
Nicolas
of Xbox. So, yes, thank you. Nicolas Cage winking from Con Air. And I thought it was brilliant because it's light in its wording, but in its substance is incredibly heavy because it's games, it's services, and devices. What devices? So I wrote, and I, politely responded to him, and I basically said, bookmark this. Vicious 696 was 1,000% correct about the Xbox Showcase 2024, and this is my personal take on it because I've heard some things that I can't talk about. From what I've heard, he is going to be right once again. This again, I put it to this way. You know why you should kind of I personally think you could rubber stamp this, because if there's one thing you've learned about Paris, he don't talk out the side of his neck. He talks from a place of facts. Yeah, does he get emotional like everyone else? Sure he does. When someone says something stupid, he gets in his feelings. He has every right to get in his feelings, same way I would. But he does talk from a place of knowledge. And this statement here, even though it may be simplistic in its writing format, has a great deal of heaviness and substance to it. But I want to get your take. What are your personal expectations for Xbox in 2025? Oh,
man, my expectations are through the roof. Again, I thought this year was pretty well done. It was spectacular on a sense of, I was on Kia Santi and Everborn's podcast, I guess a week ago or so.
The last one of the year.
Yeah. And we were talking about grading Xbox and PlayStation and, and I had to, first I came to like a B+ for Xbox and I think a C+ for PlayStation. And then I had to reevaluate based off like things that other people brought up, like the layoffs and, the closure of studios. I was like, okay, yeah, can't ignore that. So C+ for Xbox, C- for PlayStation, right? And then, but you look at Xbox throughout the whole year and how they presented themselves with showcases and stuff like that. Nobody touched Microsoft this year.
Nope.
They deserve all their flowers for their representation, because people talk about the messaging from Xbox all the time. And that to me is part of the messaging. And I think people don't give them the credit for that they deserve. But part of that messaging we saw, Boom, was all these games we know coming up that's on this roadmap of theirs that, again, they don't get the credit they quite deserve. This year's showcase couldn't have hit the way it did without us knowing all these great games that come in Xbox. And I'm not even just talking first party. I'm talking about the Claire Obscuras from, the Expedition 33s. You know what I mean? The what was it? The Outer Worlds 2. You know what I mean? Like you got
and that showed up shockingly. Like no one could have guessed that was going to release next year.
I did not. I didn't think it would. Yeah, and so give credit to Obsidian because we used to joke about how they are the excuse me, the insomniac of Xbox, and I think that holds true because now you have Avowed and that coming next year. I keep saying next year, it's so hilarious because we're like hours away.
Hours away.
But
I'll see you next year.
I'll see you next year, buddy. 8 hours later, well, here I am. But and I mean, like we have so many, and we have so many that some of them are slipping my mind.
Yeah.
Right. Like we got so much to look forward to. I mean, even the what was it? Wu Chang Fallen Feathers. Remember that? Terrible name. I don't care for the Fallen Feathers part.
And you got to remember also, to add some context, a lot of the PlayStation games that were exclusive are going to be coming out next year.
Yeah.
Black Myth is coming next year.
Final
Fantasy VII Remake. Yeah. Final Fantasy 16.
Final Fantasy 16.
These games are coming to Xbox on top of already a smorgasbord of gaming.
Yep. You got Metal Gear. This was the Delta Snake Eater.
Yes.
You got Doom, the Dark Ages, as you all were mentioning a while ago. We got Grand Theft Auto 6. I mean, like if you look just beyond first party, it's going to be a ridiculously good year. Like honestly, from what we're getting, again, but Judas from the people who made the guy I forget his name up right now. What's his name?
Ted Levine.
Yeah,
Ken Levine. Ken Levine. Ted's brother. Ken Levine.
Yeah, Ken Levine, of course, and of BioShock fame. I know she had that blue number. Shout out to Holly. I know she's excited for that. Well, I know she's excited because she loves BioShock. So, and Troy Baker, by the way, is in that. I didn't know that until now. The first Berserker Kazan. I played the
Game
beta.
Pass day and date, brother.
Cannot wait. And I played the beta for that. I can't speak on it because of the NDA, but I'm excited to play it. I'll just say that. We got Split Fiction from
that looks
makers.
Joseph Fares.
Fares, yeah.
Let me tell you something. That dude and his studio, they just don't miss.
They don't. They're this co-op split screen, devs now. I think they've submitted.
It gave us vibes of Ready Player One, honestly.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Yes,
right?
it did.
I can see that. And it just looks like a game. What they say? A game as game. That's what it looks like. Like you got so much you're going to be doing in there, and from all these different inspirations. Like people talk about Astro about how it pulled from different experiences of other platformers, which it clearly did. But this right here implements that from what we can see in gameplay from so many different genres into this from other games, should I say, in platformers that I could just see it being. It's going to be fun. We got Monster Hunter Wilds coming out. We got I mentioned Avowed. We got Assassin's Creed Shadows, which I'm excited for. We got for those who are into the sim type games, you got Sid Meier's Civilization 7. You got Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, which I'm excited for. You got, what else do we have? I got Ghost of Yote. Like again, I'm just naming all types of games that we're getting.
It's 2025. Again, you got to switch to releasing, bro. Like on top of everything,
yeah, you got to switch. That's right.
Coming out.
Yeah, so you got the new Marios and all that. That's likely going to drop on that, right? Okay, so if I stick to just Xbox, okay, supposedly Fable, right? Now Fable drops. If we get Fable, Avowed, Outer Worlds 2, South of Midnight. Like it sounds ridiculous to keep naming all these off, and this is all just Xbox. Call of Duty, Doom. What else? What else is there? Again, Wu Chang Fallen Feathers.
So yeah, you're talking about for Xbox. You have Doom, you have Fable, South of Midnight, the new Call of Duty. You have Avowed, you have Outer Worlds. So again, the
insane.
Oblivion remake with your favorite Unreal Engine 5 could be. We're hearing potentially middle of the year.
Replaced.
Yes.
33 Immortals. Somebody just mentioned
Towerborn.
Come on. Like it's like again,
it's too much. It's too much.
It's too many freaking games.
When you mentioned the whole thing about not even having the time to do that, even I'm like, yeah, you might be right. And I get to play these on the go. So like I get more chances to play it than you all will. And it's still like, damn, I'm gonna get to all this. Like it's really crazy when you really look at it. We got what else is that other one? I'm trying to remember in my head. I'm just right there in the tip of my tongue. I cannot think of it as
You're talking about the one with all the different copies of yourself. It's another one. Like you're on. It's like a
that spacefaring game.
Yes,
I
yes.
forgot the altars. Is it
The altars? Yes,
the altars? We
the
got
altars.
that,
Dude. It's
you got Cronus. I believe the Cronus, the New Dawn. That's supposed to be
That
dropped.
looks
We got
dope,
Elden
dude.
Ring, Night Rain.
yes.
Mafia, the Old Country.
Holy moly! Yep,
Like,
that's right.
Seriously,
Way too much.
and it's all a good thing. And I expect them to finally show. Just thinking of the showcase that they can have. We got so many games that they still haven't shown.
You're gonna get another Resident Evil in there too. Remember, they've been working on
Resident
something.
Evil 9, exactly.
Yes.
That's likely going to be shown. Parker Burris just pointed out Battlefield 6. That's right. That's likely going to
Holy
be
crap!
shown.
Oh, I forgot about that new
That's
Battlefield.
a lot of
yes.
crazy. Yep, Sniper Elite, like Fillmore pointed out, Immortal, FBC, Firebreak, Eternal Strands. That's another one. Yeah, we got a lot, man. Again, and you also have DLC coming for Black Myth, by the way, too. They're going to release their DLC, which will be perfectly in time for it to hit Xbox with that. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's just a lot of good stuff. And again, I'm naming all this, and there are plenty of games I'm forgetting. Like,
Oh, dude, the list. And by the way, the chat has been killing it. Thanks. Shout out to the chat.
you know, and there's another one I forgot about. Boom. Adam Fall.
Oh, that's
Adam
dating
Fall's
Game
also
Pass as
jumping
well.
in
That
Game
game
Pass.
looks really
that looks
good.
good, man. We got like it's again. I'm forgetting titles, and
It's just
I'm forgetting titles. And you can imagine, by the way, that they're going to likely announce newer titles that might be dropping in whatever showcase they're going to have too.
Yep.
So it's man. We can't predict how the year is going to go, but I think as far as AAA and AA titles that we know about already that are going to land next year, you're gonna be eating good, man. I don't think anyone will have any complaints next year. I think it's gonna be a tough year all the way throughout. I think the only light parts of the year is I think April and May. I think are the kind of lighter months from what I've seen.
We'll see, because again, Doom: The Dark Ages is rumored for May.
Well, that would change that immediately, but yeah.
Oh
yeah, that's right. Mecha Break. I forgot about Mecha Break.
Mecha Break. Oh my god, that looks fantastic.
Frag Punk. I'm not excited for Frag Punk too much, but then again, I'm not the biggest. Like, let me just go run around shooting people all day.
I'll try it because of the cards. It's different.
Looks unique. Yeah.
I don't know how much I would invest into it because I haven't even yet to play Marvel Rivals. I want to play it so bad.
I do too, man. But
they just showed off the Human Torch and Mr. Fantastic, and a ton of people are.
It looks. You know what's crazy is the art style is superb. I love it. I love seeing like these clips and plays of it on TikTok or whatever. Yes. It looks super fun. I know a lot of my friends and buddies are playing it, and I do want to get into it. But man, I just don't care for hero shooters and such, or hero games in this case, because it's not technically a shooter, I guess, in some ways. But yeah, those things. That's the only thing that's holding me back is because I don't care for hero shooters. But it looks so dang fun.
Yeah. Well, listen. You've heard what Umbra had to say, Crispy and myself. 2025 is going to be a fantastical year for gaming, but more so, an even more fantastical year for Xbox gaming. It is going to be a year of first-party bangers. I really do think that, again, just based on some of the commentary you've heard from different streamers, different media personnel, myself, what I've heard behind the scenes, it is going to be a spectacular year for Xbox. And again, if you are an Xbox Game Pass subscriber, ladies and gentlemen, I can already tell you, you have won.